My name is Adrian Stone, and I built Aurora Tech from the ground up. Code, systems, every optimization, mine. So imagine my face at the Plaza Hotel, watching my wife's ex present my software like it was his. And my wife, Clara, she pressed a dollar bill into my palm and handed me divorce papers. That was the moment I decided. If they wanted to erase me, I'd erase them first. 45. The Betrayal. Aurora Tech's launch was supposed to be my victory. 6 months of sleepless nights, a $90 million personal investment, and a system that would revolutionize data analytics. Instead, Clara stood on stage, dazzling the crowd. And then Victor Hale, her ex, her so-called consultant, strutted out, clicking through slides of my code, delivering my logic. The applause was deafening. I stood in the corner with champagne that tasted like betrayal. Then Clara cornered me by the dessert table, loud enough for everyone nearby. $1 for your ideas. Sign the papers and leave. Flashes popped. People laughed. They thought it was some quirky bit of power couple banter. It wasn't. It was execution. Walking away. I didn't argue, didn't make a scene. I walked out of the plaza with a divorce decree and a dollar bill. Back at my loft, I poured whiskey and stared at the envelope. Inside was Clara's plan to erase me. But she forgot one thing. The ghost she thought was expendable was actually the architect of everything. Behind a painting in my loft was a safe, incorporation papers, receipts for my $90 million seed funding, IP contracts that tied every algorithm to my name alone. She'd been the face. I'd been the builder, and the builder still held the keys. 15. Pulling the plug. I logged into Aurora's back-end systems I'd designed with administrative access only I controlled. 10 minutes. Payroll frozen. Vendor payments canceled. Gala charges clawed back. Clara's corporate cards cut off. By sunrise, Aurora Tech's empire had gone dark. Panic at dawn. At 7:30 a.m., pounding on my door, Elena, Clara's young assistant, mascara streaked, clutching her phone like it was a lifeline. Mr. Stone, everything's frozen. Payroll, vendors, even rent. Clara's card got declined at Starbucks. People filmed it. I handed her an envelope. Tell Clara she has 24 hours, not 25, 24. Her hands shook. What's in this? Clara's choice. Sign, or learn what happens when you run a company without the architect. Midnight visitor. At 11:45 that night, the pounding came again. Clara, mascara rivers, hair undone, dress crumpled. Please, Adrian, don't destroy us. Us? I said. You destroyed me in front of the entire industry. She tried excuses. Business theater, loyalty tests. Victor made her feel powerful. I let her cry, then slid the agreement across the table. Repayments, public correction, ban on Victor. She signed with a trembling hand. You're so cold, she whispered. No, I said. I'm clear. You never knew me at all. 6:15, boardroom reckoning. 2 days later, Aurora's boardroom looked like a funeral. Clara slumped at the head of the table. Henry Lowe, the smug chairman, pale as paper. I walked in, calm as ice. Effective immediately. Clara resigns as CEO. I assume control. Victor Hale is banned from all Aurora properties, Henry sputtered. I silenced him with a raised hand. Clara, voice breaking, confessed the truth. Adrian Stone is Aurora's founder, architect, and majority stakeholder. Every algorithm, every product, his. I projected the numbers. Revenue, $420 million from my inventions. Clara's technical contributions, 0. Her expenditures as CEO, $90 million in vanity budgets, retreats, Victor's fees. The board sat in stunned silence. The era of pretending ended that morning. 45. Public exposure. The next day, Clara and I sat in a diner. She begged for mercy, wanted to frame it as a transition. I typed a press release instead. Adrian Stone is the founder of Aurora Tech. He funded it, he built it, he owns it. By noon, the headlines screamed, "The Ghost Founder Speaks." Forbes. Aurora's real architect revealed. Wired. Plot twist. The silent engineer. TechCrunch. Clara's phone went dead. Mine rang for 3 straight days. 45. Rebuilding weeks later, I invested in Maya Ortiz's startup, adaptive AI that could read emotion. Her team was broke, running on ramen and borrowed servers. I wrote a $15 million check on the spot. 1. Condition. No Victor Hale. Ever. For the first time in years, I felt genuine joy watching a team build something that mattered. Aurora itself, under my leadership, shed the vanity projects. Engineers ran the show. For once, the company was profitable. A smaller life, a bigger one. I left the penthouse, the marble museum Clara had curated for appearances, moved into a walk-up on the Upper West Side. Radiators clanked, neighbors were teachers, nurses, a jazz musician on the fire escape. Nobody cared I'd been worth 9 figures. They cared if I held the door, if I carried groceries. Columbia invited me to teach part-time. My first lecture, "How many of you want to get rich?" Every hand went up. Wrong answer. Build something that makes life better. Then the money follows. For the first time, I wasn't just building systems, I was building people. 15. The letter months later, a handwritten letter arrived. Clara, in Portland now, working at a nonprofit teaching kids to code. Her words were simple. "For the first time, I'm building instead of pretending. I'm sorry." I filed it away. Some chapters close without response. 4. The lesson. Victor vanished into obscurity. Clara faded from headlines. Elena and Janet thrived at Aurora. Maya's Brightlayer won a government contract to help veterans with PTSD. And me? I brewed my own coffee in a small apartment that smelled of curry, saxophone, and city life. For the first time, I wasn't performing success. I was living it. Because success isn't marble countertops or applause at the plaza. It's receipts, respect, and the quiet satisfaction of a life that actually belongs to you. And to think, it all started with a dollar bill.